Yo, what's good to the people in the room? Shouts out to y'all. You too. How we doing, man? How we doing? We're here on a Q&A stream. We're gonna get back to Mo Music Monday next week. That's a fact. That's a fact. But I just wanted to do, I like to keep these Q&A sessions going, once a month or so, and it's been a minute since we've had one of these. Plus, after next week, I'm heading to Chicago and then heading to LA for a wedding and then the live shows in LA. So I want to get one in here before I took another, week and a half or so off from the streams. We're still grinding, but at least from the streams. So yeah, I just wanted to say what's good, chat with y'all. We still got a freestyle stream later today on Twitch, so that's definitely still happening. I always look forward to the freestyle sessions. But yeah, this week's a super busy week too, so I didn't want to squeeze in a sesh tomorrow. So that's kind of why, but that's a whole bunch of talking about why I'm here live instead of saying what's good to Mike and Booker Wills and Lucas and Lanto99. Come through. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Hey, that singer reactions. What's good, homie? Hey, appreciate the love from everyone. I mean, everyone's in here. Michael, Lanto, the likely suspects, Lucas, Booker, but that singer also likely suspect or in the chats. Hold up, let me get this wrong chat off. So shouts out to you, homie. Appreciate you always hopping through. Go Music, another regular, man, another regular. Who caught the My Time freestyle that I posted yesterday afternoon? Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones, honestly. And yeah, that's one thing that I've been thinking a lot about is like posting things that aren't my best yet. I like, I feel like I have a whole bunch of clips, including Omegle clips, that are like definitely better than shit I've put out before, but it's not my best shit that I put out, so it just kind of sits in the hard drive. So that's just something that happens. I gotta slide through even when I'm reacting to catch you, bro. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, I saw you. I saw that Omegle either 47 or 48. I saw myself in the beginning of it. That shit was fire. Shouts out that singer. But yeah, and yeah, this is a Q&A stream, so I'm just gonna kind of say what's good and talk and say random shit. So y'all can ask me questions if you want, or I'm just gonna ramble on about whatever the hell is going through my mind, if that's cool with y'all. First of all, Booker Will says, smash the thumbs up, guys and pals, guys and gals. I 100% agree with that. Guys and gals, I like the alliteration on that. Females and fellas. What else do we got? Lads and lasses. What else we got? King and Queen also kind of work. They both have the K sound. I like that. See, bars. Thoughts on Nas and M? I listened to it once, so it wasn't like a reaction, like sitting down trying to break down all the bars. Shouts out that singer asking about Nas and M. But I definitely listened to it, and it was the only thing that I was doing. So I was like, all right, let me just catch this. With Nas and M in general, not just that song, but with Nas and M in general, like it doesn't hit as hard. Like, yeah, the music and the bars and like the mastery and the message, like that's there. I'm not saying that's not there. The pen, the doubles for Eminem, for example, the doubles, and his triples and everything he's doing with complication on the pen is crazy, right? And people like that more than anything. And then Nas, I think, similarly with different ways, but they just don't have that energy in the delivery anymore, in the flow. That's what's missing to me out of New M and New Andre and New a lot of people, honestly. But that's why I usually mess with older things. But it's not necessarily a lot of the time because of what they're saying. Sometimes it is because of what they're saying, but it's more so to do with how they're saying it. It seems like the passion in the delivery or the craziness in the flows just gets lost, or it takes a direction that's not lost. I shouldn't say lost, but it takes a step in the wrong way personally. Um, but yeah, that's just my preference. A lot of people fuck with new M heavier than old M. I mean, I don't think it's really a debate. It's old M by like a lot. Um, but people have the discussion. People have the discussion. So I respect the people who are on that side of the spectrum. But yeah, that thought like on their careers as a whole is very um, informative about how I felt about the song too. That singer. So great question. Great question. I've been thinking about that shit a lot lately. I do want to check the one with Lauryn Hill. I haven't listened to the whole album yet, but I do. I'm more curious, for example, about the Nas and Lauryn Hill track than I like when I saw the album's track list before it came out or when it came out, whatever. I was like, ooh, Lauryn Hill. That's something I wanna check out. Because I feel like Nas will step up for that one. It's been a minute since Lauryn Hill did anything, to my knowledge. But yeah, let me get to the comments though. Instead of just rambling. Thoughts on Melo being a Laker? About time. I feel like LeBron only did that, and I do say LeBron only did that because I feel like LeBron has a very large influence on who hops on the team and doesn't. I feel like the chatter of, oh, why didn't you bring Melo back? Like, you know, you're messing with CP and whatever. Like there's this thing where Melo could have been with LeBron for a while now. D Wade went there, you know, and all that. And Melo surprisingly never hopped on the team. Now, is that because LeBron wasn't about it? Is that because the GMs weren't about it? Those are things that come to light with this Melo to Lakers thing. And from a basketball perspective, like Melo, you know, as long as there's someone you can hide him on defense, Melo's gonna get you buckets, you know. But if he's getting taken advantage of on the other end of the floor, then that's not the game for him, you know. And that's where the playoffs kind of, if Melo can you know become a little more youthful with the legs on defense, he can still get buckets, man. That's for sure. Or if someone, you know, if they're not taking advantage of him on the other end, that's really the thing. That's really the thing, and that's becoming a thing with LeBron too, more and more, at least in the regular season. But you know, last time LeBron didn't make the playoffs and got that longer rest, or didn't make the finals and got that longer rest, he came back and won it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Abu Fazah Gamer says, every time you go through bad time, remember you're doing it. Your skills are improving like fire. Hey, appreciate that, homie. Could you please tell Harry Mack to check his Insta DMs? I sent a very important message. Yeah, I would go to the management email if it's like business or like important like that. Management at harrymackofficial.com. That's listed everywhere, so I don't feel bad just giving that out. If you want something to be like read, and it is important because there's a lot of it's crazy how many people reach out on all platforms to Harry Mack. It's wild, actually. Anyway, where are you from? I'm Turkish. How you know Turkish? Oh, well, my parents are Turkish. I'm first generation born in Skokie, which is suburbs of Chicago. That's where I grew up, and now I'm in Boston. But I'm fluent in Turkish because of my parents. I used to go to Turkey like 3 months every summer. So a quarter of my life until I was like 12 was in Turkey, if you think of it that way. I might have missed like one summer, maybe 2 tops in the first 12 years of my life. Now I still go, but it's, you know, for a week or 2 at a time, not 3 whole fucking months. Do you watch football? What team do you support? I used to be a soccer head. Like, just as I'm obsessed about this rap shit right now, this freestyle shit right now, that was me with soccer. Like FIFA, play it all day, watch Champions League, know everything going on in the Turkish league for sure, because Fenerbahce is my squad. Do I have any Fenerbahce? It's honestly disgraceful I don't have any Fenerbahce things on my wall. I think it's because my wife doesn't like Fenerbahce and she hid them in my fucking closet because she's a Beşiktaş fan. But yeah, I gotta pull that out. But Fenerbahce is my squad. Shouts out to all the football lovers out there. There's definitely an Omega Bars Stranger Flows, not Omega Bars, but Stranger Flows. That's gonna come out with some soccer bars for sure if I haven't already dropped some. You know that's a filler scheme for me. Anyone who's on the Anyone who's on the live session, freestyle sessions, know that upper 90, never write these rhymes. I might cross it, beat like with a header, score it, whatever. I'm not hitting it in the pocket right now, but y'all know what I'm saying. The soccer scheme is something I fuck with heavy. It seems like they're trying to sell something. Booker? Doing what? The album? I mean, yeah, they're trying to sell something, obviously. They're trying to sell their album. They're trying to sell concert tickets. You know, Eminem and Nas are legends. Just the fact that they have a track together is amazing. And that's something that I didn't, mention, that it, makes it an important moment regardless. Like the reason why I don't really listen to new Nas or new Eminem, but when it's Nas and M on a track, like I'm gonna go and check that out. Like I'm very interested in what they came with. And then, it's just legends on a track that, do they have it? I don't think Nas and M have a track together. And if they do, then I'm ignorant as fuck to it. Anyway, Urias had that late morning meeting. Shouts out to you. Where in Turkey are you from? Well, my whole family's in Istanbul, mainly. Why don't you do celebrity series for freestyles, host a celebrity, and do the same as Omegle? Yeah, I mean, we already kind of do that on Happy Hour, right? Like, I mean, we haven't had, like, I don't know what you would consider celebrity, We do people with large followings on social media, on different platforms. I would argue that is celebrity. But yeah, and the guests will continue to be crazy. We've already had some crazy guests, and they will continue to be crazy. And yeah, it's definitely something that's just on the list of things to do. Is always be on the lookout for people to host on the show and Happy Hour and make the dopest content possible. iKaanic, the fake iKaanic tune in. When you freestyle off top, how difficult is it to stop yourself from using too much filler or repeated lines? It really does depend on how in the zone I am. I like to hop on cadences, so that kind of allows me to not need as much filler, right? Like I'll start a 4, but I'll try to, what I've been trying to do is start a 4-bar phrase with a filler, like what we doing, I'm just gonna, right? What we doing, can't be spitting off the top of my mind, I'm giving, like something like that. Hey, Mel Cooper coming through with the 20. That's love, man. That is love. Hey, Mel, appreciate you. Love the fam. So many fam, but a lot of same people. We love you, Hey, we love you too, man. Shouts out Mel Cooper coming through with the mad love. But yeah, I got distracted. Okay, so when I hop on cadences, that's what I was talking about. I'll go to a 4-bar phrase. I'll generally start with a filler, and then I'll lead into the cadence with that syllable. So let's say I'm doing, let me tell you, I'm just gonna rhyme all these lessons. You know that I'm spitting, preaching you all of the blessed lyrics, and it's easy when I'm speaking you these things, and then I'm gonna answer all these questions. I like and then I also try to line up the internal. So like I try a lot of complicated shit with the cadence bouncing, but when I'm in the zone, I can find myself hitting it, and then that allows for not really spitting that many flows. When I do say a lot of repeating stuff, I at least try to say different fillers, and then it's just all about trying to get back into the zone, like trying to catch a word that you're comfortable with, that you have a bar for, that is related to the topic. That's something that puts you in the zone fairly quickly on a freestyle. Like for example, I have a lot of flows for free, right? I'm just gonna plant the seeds, and the tree is gonna grow as the breeze gonna hit the leaves, and it's gonna fall down on your mind, and you know that the style so free, right? So there I'll try to hit as many E's, just easy E schemes as I can, and when you do the E's in a dense cadence, now you could break out of it for a whole bar even, right? You can break out of it for a whole bar. You don't need any ease. You don't need to rhyme with it since you just hit it so much in the first part, and then you come back and land on it with a free. That's something I like to do with filler phrases, is just like, at least have a dope flow or dope rhyme pattern, and lean into the filler shit, lean into the filler bars more so than so you can have time to think, but also you have time to go catch another word earlier that you might want to use, and then you can hop back into it. So yeah, fillers are when you only have filler phrases, it's different, but when you start getting like filler bars or filler, couplets or 4-bar thoughts that you could do in different flows, it allows me at least, to get to where I need to be. All right. What do we got? Do you think you can reach Harry's level one day? So I think music's interesting. Music is very subjective. And I think at a certain point, the writing or the technique of it is a commodity. Not commodity as in the technique of it gets to a point where now it's all about making someone feel something with the beat and the flow and the cadence and the delivery. I definitely think what you're saying is extremely important, but that's going to hit one side of an audience, and then the other side you're completely missing if you're not hitting it with the cadence and the flow and the rhythm, because there's two audiences. One's that really listening for the lyrics, and one's that's really listening for the groove. And obviously when you put them both together, it becomes something special that everyone can really fuck with. And I think that I can get to that level, and I think once you're at that level, it's just like, all right, you gotta create moments that can be posted to social media. I know I'm elaborating this answer a lot. Do you think I can reach Harry's level one day? Just because I think Harry's level is now at like one of the best rapper ever arguments, and that has to do with a lot more than just his freestyle ability. I believe I have that confidence in myself, right? And that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. And for me, I always do a job. I always do what I want to be doing before it pays me, or and that's kind of shifted because now I am doing what I would rather be doing, and I can live off of it as well. So now it's like, okay, what's that next thing? I was like, I want to be the greatest rapper, let's say. If you want to be the greatest rapper, you got to act like you got to do what the greatest rapper would be doing. So when you deconstruct that, for me, I'm all day watching film of one of the best rappers ever, and also whenever I do reactions, I listen and I'm in tune with like the reactor community, and I feel like the reactors that I choose are also adding knowledge to me, with what they're catching and how they're going about their business. And then I'm freestyling a shitload. Right, so for me, it's just like that's very close to what I would think the best rapper ever would be doing at my age, at the experience level that I've had. So will I get there? I don't fucking know. But I'm trying to just next step, do the best me. Get to the level that I'm at every day, instead of worrying about Harry's level or whatever others level. But yeah, Nicole, I love that question. I think about that shit a lot. Jonko, I think changing your freestyle words is like changing your thoughts. You have to notice it to change it, and it's almost the same as normal meditation. When you notice it, you can let it go and change. Yeah, it's all about noticing it and also letting it happen at the same time. Right? Those are the peak moments is when you're noticing what you're saying, but you're also not thinking about it. And that state is tough to keep. Once you're out, because you might not have the word. You might not have the cadence. You might not have the, whatever you need. Anyway. You probably put it on, but if not, let you know the reverb. Yeah, the reverb is on, and I kind of fuck with it. So we're going to keep it on. We got the beat playing in the background. The reverb kind of melts into the instrumental. I kind of like that. So um, definitely on performances and stuff, it's made me like the performances a lot more. But yeah, what else do we have on the question tip, man? Shouts out to everyone in the room. I don't even know how many people we got on here. 29 people. God damn. This is a fucking crowd. Shouts out to all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. What you sipping on? I'm sipping on some agua, some water, some H2O, some liquid, some fluid. Um, this is better than a Beverly Hillbillies marathon. I've never watched Beverly Hillbillies, but I feel like I personally think that iKaanic Q&A is better than Beverly Hillbillies. I'm sorry. Who you got for MVP this coming season? Ashley Easdale says, oh man. I've been out of touch with the NBA, but like that's kind of a question that's just I can toss up any number of names into the mix. But I could see Luka for sure. Another guy I could see is who else could, Giannis might come through, just like be like, look, I'm actually like, I'm very fascinated by motivation levels and where it sits in people. Like, is Giannis just gonna come back hungrier? Because I feel like if Giannis really goes in again and he just like goes hard every possession for the Bucks, they could be 1 seed. He could go like 30, 15, and 8 and something fucking stupid. But yeah, Luka obviously can do the same thing. So it's all about that. It's like, who's actually gonna step their level up to a point where it's just like, fuck. And then sometimes it's more than one player. It might be Luka and Giannis. It might be KD. I doubt it, just because, injuries and load management and all that shit at this point in KD's career. But yeah, I think not everyone can rap as good as Harry does. There's also a lot of other stuff aside from rap going on with Harry. Also, doesn't he have ADHD? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we've talked about it. Like, I don't know if because I've the very similar way my mind gets lost and how I think about things. So like me and Harry talk about, ADHD or leaning that way a lot. I think not everyone can rap as good as it. Yeah, there's no way everyone can. He also has the drum rhythm, but that's also something that I feel like I have too. Not the drummer rhythm, but I have a music pocket that, that is what makes me confident in myself when I'm listening back. Because I try to be objective. Like, I'm just like, all right, is this something that I want to listen to? That I want to listen to. If it wasn't even me knowing it's me, like, would I put it on? Do the lyrics, the melody, does the rap, does it hit? Right? That's how I try to view my own shit. And anyone who caught the Twitch stream where I reacted or broke down my last Omegle session, I might post that on YouTube. I'm very critical with every line that I listen back to, even on the ones that I really fuck with. I'm like, damn, I wish I did this better. Or I wish I did that better. So for me, I feel like I know where it needs to be. I have the rhythmic tone, and I've seen enough people fuck with the voice that I feel like those three things combined, like I feel like the rhymes and the lyrics is gonna get there, and the technique is consistently getting better. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm confident I can get to a level where I'm doing this. More. I don't know. I don't even know. This is like what I'd be doing anyway. So, anyway, like on a stage, that's what I'm thinking about. On a stage, like would I be able to perform? Those are the thoughts that go through my mind. But if it happens, it happens. If not, it doesn't. Crispin Yarkovich, how long did it take you to be comfortable freestyling? Comfortable freestyling where? Comfortable freestyling where? Because like I was always comfortable freestyling on just put my phone and a beat on and I'm alone. Even when I first started, freestyling, like early 2020, January 2020 is kind of when I really started freestyling. Even then I would be comfortable doing it there. And then, when did I get comfortable on stream? Or when did I get comfortable posting it on a video that's not live, like one of my own sessions, recording it? That was, sometime at the end of a long ass Omegle Bars reaction. I was like, the people who are gonna watch this are gonna be people who fuck with it at least, or at least fuck with the attempt. Um, so that's what I did there. And then I did a mini freestyle into a non-freestyle stream. Like halfway in, there was like 3 people live. So I freestyled there. Um, and then getting to Omegle is a whole nother level, right? Getting to live streaming a whole freestyle session was another step. Getting it going on to Omegle is a whole nother step. The next step is out in public with people right there in front of you, and shit like that, and it's been a progress, progressively just get into the next step and next step. When was I comfortable on Omegle, for example? It was early this year, March, maybe April. I don't know, but I feel like I've had another step since I've been to LA last month. I feel like my streams and my content and my just my own comfort of freestyling, is so much higher after I went to LA, and that's what I've been really fucking with. Like I've been very in a good mood these past 2 weeks, and I feel like and this past not 2 weeks, but like month or two, but just like in a even higher level these past 2 weeks, just because I feel like I've been feeling my freestyles a lot more. Anyway. Have you considered streaming the HM live shows? I will be willing to pay to watch for it abroad. Also, will you be performing there? So the streaming live shows, that is currently a conversation that's happening within the team, and a conversation meaning like, how do we want to go about this? We probably won't stream these first ones if I were to guess. But lives and streaming is so integral to just everything that we're doing. So there's bound to be overlaps at some point in some fashion. But yeah, I don't know if these ones are going to be streamed. That's still being discussed. I would be willing to pay to watch it from. Oh yeah, I already read that message. All right, let's do it. Devin Booker is nuts. Yes, Devin Booker actually was one of my during the playoffs. One of the players I was like, he might go and have an MVP season. We'll see. I'd check the odds on Booker if I was a betting man. Have you ever make full songs? Shout out hip hop. For me, I'm trying to just get to a level where I freestyle songs. Because I don't like writing songs. I don't like editing. I don't like going back and editing shit. Like even the Omegle bars, Stranger Flows videos that I edit. Like, yeah, it's dope. I kind of like adding little things here and there to make it creative. But like, I'm really not trying to do that, And it's the same shit with audio. And editing songs and mixing and doing all that. I respect the craft. Don't get me wrong. Like, if that's what you love to do, that's fire. We need people like that, because like then I wouldn't have anything to rap over. But for me, if it sounds good, it sounds good, man. If it sounds good, it sounds good. If I got the beat playing and if I got my mic set up to a decent level and decent like very slight effects, some reverb or some low high balance, like, and it sounds good, I'm good, bro. I'll just do that. And that's definitely something that I agree with and have been awakened to through Harry Mack. That's kind of it's crazy. All of his Omegle shit are tracks, right? If you guys have checked out SoundCloud, like, you can listen to that. And if you really adjust it, and he's adjusted it, and some of the tracks like hit a little different, right? Sometimes the mix on the beat that you're using just hits a little different, and that's where the producing and mixing comes into play, because it's always going to hit the way it needs to hit from a volume perspective. But sometimes the voice goes well with the mix. Sometimes, like, it really does, like, the blend of the vocals and the beat is very crucial. But if you capture that, I don't think you need to go back and do shit. I feel like some of the fuck ups on freestyles lead to dope parts, dope things, and I think the thought process of the mind in that moment is more interesting to me, if it sounds super dope, um, than maybe a more average song, maybe a more average sound, or maybe a more cleaned up, polished message that didn't have that, but if you do that right, then it's gonna be fire too. So I think it's just like, however you want to get to the process that you want to do, you do you. And I'm not talking to anyone at this point, I'm just talking in general. But for me, like, I don't know if I'm gonna go down and make songs. Like, I will definitely be down to work with a producer, and I'll do freestyle over a beat, and they use my vocals and they mix it and whatever. I feel like that'll happen like in the future at some point, obviously, and that's dope. But I don't really want to write shit down, bro. Like, and at this point, I don't need to. I'm in no rush to do anything besides work on the craft, which is dope. Like SMG saying, is this your full-time job at this point? Yeah, I mean, Harry Mack is a full-time job for me for sure, right? And then my own shit is like my side hustle. I put in more time to Max shit than I do my own shit. And that's why I do a lot of live shit, and then the content that I've been posting a lot lately is just like a clip, because I'll stream, I'll go hoop, listen to my stream, kind of remember which beats went crazy, and then just go in and cut shit up real quick and post it. So it's like very simple. It's very simple. The Omegle bars are more on Sundays or Saturdays if the weekend is kind of open. If we're not doing something, then I'll try to get an Omegle session in, and then try to edit late nights where I generally don't do Mac work. But yeah, Harry Mac is a full-time. My own shit is the side hustle. And it's all so related that it's all the same shit, bro. Like, Harry Mac and my shit is not different to me anymore. So yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it. But Harry Mack does afford me the ability to be freestyling and spitting as much as I am, obviously, right? And I don't take that for granted. And since I have that opportunity, I'm doing as much as I fucking can to, see where it goes. Jeff T, I'm not new to HMAC, but I am new to the whole community thing. Good to be here. I've been binging all your Omegle breakdowns and your freestyles. The positivity here is like nowhere else. Yeah, man, that's something that, I'm very proud of too, that, we've been able to build. It stems from the guy himself, right? But I think it bleeds down, and I feel proud that the positivity exists on my end of things too, and that it is so, organized and almost, it's like systemically positive. Like that's kind of how we've treated everything we do. Which is amazing, because it's not common you see that much positivity like in a community, and it's a diverse community too, right? It's a lot. There's hardcore hip hop heads to people chilling in a random country around the globe. There's 15-year-olds, there's 60-year-olds, there's men, there's women. It's different. It's definitely different, bro. But yeah, the talent is something you got to respect. When you make a reaction video on Harry Mack Omegle bars, I noticed that you're holding a pen and taking some notes. What is the most important note that you wrote later to help you improve? Husam, I don't want to burst your bubble. I don't have a pen. I don't take notes during the Omegle bars videos. The things that I might note down sometimes are timestamps of things that, if I'm watching a draft, sometimes I'll watch the draft for my reaction, because I need to watch it to give feedback. Oh, and my bad. Where's my man? Jason Smith, for the fam and your side hustle. Much love, everyone. I appreciate you, homie. Really appreciate that. But back to Husam's question. Yeah, I might write down like, oh, we got to do this, or I might hear something in the audio, or I might see something on the video. It's not common. It's not something I generally do. Generally, I do react to the final version. Um, so yeah, no notes. But what I do take notes on my notes app is when the raw sessions come out, I sit and listen and take notes and then rank all of them out of 10, like the beat, like um the freestyle itself, like where it kind of sits in the Mac freestyle sphere. And that shit I take notes on, like which bars stood out. I also need the notes to remember to order how I want to order them. I need to know if it's a hype beat. I need to know the words, if it's complicated or not. Any bars that really stood out, any flows, and like was he particularly feeling it? Like it was his energy up. Like that's the type of shit I write down on my notes when I'm watching on the first run through, to to make sure the episodes come together in a good way. I think the biggest reason you got so good so fast is because you got comfortable with freestyling and sharing your thoughts fast instead of being scared of making mistakes. I think the biggest reason I got, using your words, got good so fast is my already comfortability talking is the sentence I'm trying to convey, and ironically that's the sentence I'm fucking up heavy. I think a lot of it stems from, I was doing podcasts for 3 years about like the NBA and shit, and like with like I'd prepare, but very minimal preparation, just off the things I know, the things I had, the things I can see. And that, quick thinking, answering questions, having thoughts in my mind, and reaching out and pulling in. That's one thing that huge help. Another huge help is me having memorized hundreds of rap verses in different cadences. I'll go, like, for example, some songs got to the point where, like, Eminem Renegade, I can do that verse, maybe not right now immediately because I haven't rapped it in so long, but there was a point where I would rap it so often, I would rap it in different cadences and different enunciations and kind of different flows. The way he uses his rhymes and syllables, they're so cadence driven, and that's why I fuck with old M so much. They're so cadence driven that you can say each syllable in the 4 to 5 syllable pocket that he's hopping on. You can say each one of those with a different emphasis, and it still sounds dope because as long as you match the emphasis of each syllable, then you'll have a different rhythm, right? And that's what's super dope. That's what I like to do. That's, I think, my fucking with that aspect of it, and then me listening to that and trying to do that on my own in old school rap songs that I memorized. That is honestly why I feel like freestyling isn't something that's so new, right? I feel dope doing it, and feeling dope doing something takes time, I feel like. And a year and a half isn't, I don't know if it's enough time generally, but I feel like a lot of the aspects I've already done a lot in my life, so that's why not all of it is new. But the words in a rhythm that are my own and rhyming, that's new. The wordplay is developing. The wordplay isn't new, but the wordplay is developing at a much higher rate. So a lot of things were already at a level that wasn't zero, but they just weren't growing. Now they're just like growing really. Anyway, that's kind of my thing. Shane P 803, Harry and iKaanic live ciphers once a month. What you think? Hey man, I am down to freestyle with Harry Mack at whatever given time. So hopefully, yeah. I mean, hopefully we cipher when I'm there. Definitely no guarantees. The man is busy, and I'm busy. And there's gonna be live shows, and we got happy hour, and it's a dope time, but it's a busy time. But yeah, I mean, we'll definitely. I hope we get a cipher in. That's for sure. The like button is pretty hot, so I touch it very quick and then take your finger off because it's gonna sizzle. It's gonna sizzle for sure. What's good, Mr. Feelgood? What's good, Buddha Bear? What's good, Pel Vision? What's good, Goat Music? What's good, Jonko? 5 o'clock in the morning freestyles with Harry. 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I don't know if he gets up that early. From the Indian Ocean, a great pleasure every time to hear from you. Passion and seriousness are two essential elements, in my opinion, in order to have consistency. Patrick Rivieri. Yes, confidence. Passion, I feel like, engulfs seriousness. I feel like I feel like passion itself is a serious emotion. So I would say passion and then confidence would be my two things. But serious, 100%. You got to be serious about it, bro. You got to, and that's what I'm saying is like if you're passionate about it, I feel like you kind of have to be serious. Or else like, are you really passionate about it? That would be my question. If someone said they're passionate about something and they're not spending their free time, if they do have some free time here and there and they're not spending their free time doing that thing, like, are you really passionate about it or are you really serious about it? If that's what they're claiming. Sometimes some people don't have the time and they're like, I'm passionate about this, but I don't have the time, or I don't have the energy, and I have to do this and that, and that I can understand. But yeah, if you do have time and you're passionate and you're not doing things about it, then you're not serious, or you're not passionate. I don't think you're passionate. We hitting Cypher 5 after this, Con? We're definitely gonna Cypher. I mean, as in me freestyle to people's words on a live stream on Twitch around 4 p.m. Eastern. Shouts out to Twitch. But yeah, and I'll probably close this stream out with a freestyle, of course. Hi, Con, everyone. Hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling great. Hope you're feeling good. Have you and Harry talked about Ellen being invited on Happy Hour? I do think we should start getting a little bit more ambitious and not adamant, but and proactive about inviting people. That's for sure. But with regards to that specifically, no, we have not. But yeah, just that question alone is just, I've been thinking about it. Do you ever find you're better or worse at freestyling depending on the time of day, SJ2? That's a great question. I would say yeah. I don't know if it's about a time of day per se, but it's definitely like an energy feeling type thing. Like if I'm really hungry, if I haven't eaten all day and I'm freestyling, I'm not gonna be as good generally if I just ate. For me, if I woke up dope and I meditated and I'm like feeling good and awake and focused, that's the only time where I feel like I can really freestyle like fully sober, for sure. Generally I'll take a quick hit before the streams, get a little bit on another level, and then freestyle that way. So that's also a factor. That's something that I don't necessarily like that's a factor, but it's been a factor for so long. Not for freestyling, but for when I'm rapping too. Like when I'm like my favorite thing to do, in college or whatever, is like if I'm going on a road trip or in the car for a long time, or if I'm just alone in my house, I would just kind of take a hit and then freestyle loudly, not freestyle, rap songs loudly as fuck, like performing it. That's the type of shit that I would, really get amped for. And now that's just freestyling. That's been a regular thing. So that's why it's not, the passion's not new. The performing, the rapping, the delivery, the music, that passion is not new for sure. The freestyling aspect of it is. Have you tried Hookset? I have, actually. It's tough. The way I do hooks is generally, and I feel like I could do hooks on Omegle, or at least try to, because on Omegle I've taken away the memory aspect of it. This past weekend I was on Omegle. Wink wink, hint hint. More content on the way. I feel like I had a great weekend of clips, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm really pumped for the upcoming Omegle or Stranger Flows. I've been taking notes now in the chat. I've been taking notes now about obviously their words or just things that I'm not trying to remember that shit, bro. Like freestyling, remembering the words I need to rap alone is tough, and like I'm just that part of it. Maybe it'll come, maybe not. I don't even necessarily think. Maybe Harry should write shit down just so he like it was just so much easier. So much easier. But so the question was, yes, I can use that now, that new aspect of it, to try hooks, right? The way I do hooks in my mind, the way I have done hooks, is go into a very easy rhyme scheme. Yes, Mr. Feelgood, I saw the email. I'll be reaching out. The what was I saying though? Oh, yeah, the hooks rely on very easy rhyme schemes for me, right? So a lot of it is a hook, for example, is a great example of one because, you know, Khan gonna spit you all these hooks, give you words, give you letters line by line like a book. And you know you gonna wanna see it, yes, you take a look. Cause every time that guy gonna spit it, he gonna leave you shook, right? And then you can repeat that. Or, you know, you could do whatever, misbehave, grave, crave, save, you know, and then fill in whatever bars you want to use for those words. Just something that you know you have a lot of rhymes for easily, so you can remember that that was the rhyme scheme and then go back into it. And when that happens, even if you mess up one of the four words there, you might have another one, right? So you might say rook instead of look on the second time you say the hook, but it's still gonna be dope, and you'll still have that cadence. It's just remembering to get back into the cadence of the hook. That's actually something that's more difficult. Are you still doing freestyle reactions? So I've been doing react. Obviously, the channel started with reactions. The channel actually started with NBA videos. Um, if we're really talking about the history of the whole channel, the whole history of the channel. Jason, I see you, homie. I'm gonna get to you. Much love. So I went to reactions. I still do reactions on Mo Music Monday, but I feel like, especially now that I'm on Omegle, the first time I went on Omegle is really when this locked in. Is they're asking me for my channel. I'm giving them my channel. What do I want someone to see if they come onto my main channel? Like, what do I want people to click on and know that that's what I'm up to? And I was like, you know what? I want to be freestyling. I want to be posting my freestyles. I want my freestyles to be the draw. I want my channel to grow because people are coming through to my freestyles, not because people are coming through to watch a Nasty C song breakdown or a Dave song. And these are artists that I fuck with. Those aren't even example. Those aren't even me saying like I don't want to react. That's just me saying like when I don't want it so cluttered. But in the future, I am still doing reactions on my live streams. In the future, I will have like an iKaanic Reacts channel or an iKaanic Plus channel or whatever, another channel where I'm posting all of my reactions. So like every, you know, artist demographic, every artist's fan base can be hit again and again with my second channel. And that's kind of my long-term content strategy plan for myself. So yes, I'll still be doing reactions. They will not be appearing like they used to, like a Juice WRLD reaction on my main channel, because I won't post it on my main channel unless I like truly fuck with it and I want everyone to see it. But yeah, it's mostly just gonna be my own freestyles or my own, you know, music or just random vlogs or whatever else that's going on in my life, right? Like it could be basketball again. It could be basketball again. Who knows what I'm gonna be doing in 4 years? Maybe I'm freestyle commentating full NBA games, you know, who knows? But if I'm doing that, that's gonna be on my fucking channel. Anyway, let's get to Jason Smith's super chat. Much love, homie. Always coming through with the support. 2 questions. How much does your community mean to you? Mike, the community means everything, bro. Are you serious? Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm rapping and people are listening to me and supporting me and coming through, and like they are aware of what's going on in my life and care. Like it's kind of crazy, you know. So it means the world. Like obviously, I'd probably, I don't know, would I be doing this if it wasn't for y'all? Because if it wasn't for y'all, then Mac couldn't be doing what he's doing. So it's the whole thing, right? Like Mac wouldn't be doing what he's doing if it wasn't for y'all. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for Mac. But the alternative would be something else, and that's something I think about a lot. But right now, the community means the world. Second question: could you give everyone in here a name freestyle? Yeah, man. Well, we'll close out with that. We'll close out with that. So I don't know how much longer I'll go. I'll probably round it out to the half hour. But yeah, I'll definitely do a roll call name freestyle at the end of the stream, homie. What's good, iKaanic and Room? What's good, Mr. Funk Groove? You know that I see these freesties, and I'm gonna send love out to be we. It be we in the room every day when I speak these. Little truth, and you know that I breathe these thoughts that be going through my mind. So easy, I'm speaking these secrets. I know that you're gonna want creeping inside the dreams that I be steady living. Yes, you gon' want, you know that I'm gon' get inside of your mind. What's the best way to come up with multi-syllable rhymes? I was just freestyling a little until I got a question. Um, or do they come naturally? That's a great question. I think there's definitely ways to build it. Multi-syllable rhymes is just about having as many one-syllable rhymes as possible quickly. So, for example, rainbow for me is now also something that I can rhyme with brainstorm, right? Rainbow brainstorm. It's about the A and O. So once you understand that any vowel sound will go together, now the rhyme bags open up. The more you freestyle, the more you use them, and then the more they are referred. Like for me, multi-syllables is just logically, in terms of how your brain's wired, is the logical way to think of words anyway. Because when I say cat, the first words you're going to think about is rat, hat, or whatever, or like a story, right? A story behind a cat, like your cat's name or whatever, right? So if you don't have a meaningful connection to something, then the first thing that will happen to your mind when you hear a word will be something that rhymes with it, right? So, and then in music, when you're going to the cadences, and when you tie that with the fact that the things that sound the same will be the first thing that come to your mind, now you can hop on these cadences, because cadences only work if you're using multi-syllables, to me, because you need to hit the same note and the same syllable within that musical phrase. So when you do that, then the multi-syllables kind of happen, but it might not make sense. That was what I struggled with a lot. I always went into like multi-syllables or like really complex, like I have internals, and like an internal rhyme scheme is just using multi-syllables, right? So if the whole phrase is full of multis and you're hopping on a cadence, that's gonna sound super dope. But if you're not really saying shit, it's not gonna sound as dope. And that's something that I've been getting a lot better at recently. But the more you expand, the more pockets you can enter, right? You can hop, you can go like, I'm gonna breach this lyric and just leech you the truth, and I'm gonna give you the speech, impeach other people that think they in charge. I couldn't really do it, but I was going to the each, leech, breach, reach scheme, right? So when you have a bunch of different multis in your head already, now they're easier to kind of slip in. So it's all a natural progression, honestly. I think multi-syllables already come naturally just by the fact that they sound alike in just your mind. So lean into that, and as you develop rhythm, they'll fit in better. That's kind of how I do it. For someone getting into freestyling, what mic and audio interface would you recommend to them? I mean, I did a lot of my shit on the Yeti Blue. Right, the Yeti Blue did me wonders getting better, right? So if you, and that's still, $130. So that's still not like super cheap. But if you have the 130 and investing that, sometimes the investment alone kind of gets you to a motivation that sometimes you're looking for, like, oh, I invested this, let me use it, let me put it in, and whatever. Hey, SMG coming through, bro. Let me finish this thought. So yeah, like that, if you can afford it, the Yeti Blue will do wonders for you. I'm not a huge mic and audio like guy. I'm figuring things out as I go, using very basic techniques. That's not that, like, I know the Shure SM7B is dope. I know Mac had one. I know like Joe Rogan uses it on his podcast. Like Michael Jackson used it on Thriller. Eminem used it on Marshall Mathers LP, and so on and so forth. Shouts out the quick Google search that I did. So I was like, all right, this is easy, that I know I want this whenever I'm going to upgrade. And the upgrade happened, and I got this. The mixer was a present. My wife actually got something that works out perfectly. It's like an audio interface / mixer. It's the Pyle, Pyle PMX 462. I might actually do a video on how I do everything if anyone's interested. But that combined with the SM7 has really leveled it up to where now I really like listening to this shit and like, oh shit, okay, this is actually sounding nice. You know, that's always been my main concern with my freestyles, is like I want it to sound nice. The Yeti sometimes sounded nice, sometimes. Um, but that's also due to my own voice, so it's kind of come together. The upgrade and my own confidence in delivery has upgraded kind of at the same time almost, because it was after LA that I really started using this the way it needed to be used. Shout out Harry Mack for the suggestion of the wire that I'm using here. So yeah, that's been super dope. Let's get to SMG though. The love is crazy, bro. SMG, appreciate you, man. I just wanted to finish that thought before I really dug in and showed you the love. You speak about practice, but my boy Iverson would have some words. Your boy Iverson, we talking about practice, man. I view practice differently than a lot of people, I think. You know, I definitely agree with the certain logical aspects of, you know, doing, specifically practicing a certain skill, specifically focusing on one thing, one aspect, or doing something adjacent to the task at hand, but not exactly the task at hand. Like for soccer, playing like 3-on-3, or playing only 3-touch, or, you know, whatever. In basketball, doing drills where everyone needs to touch it first, or those little tweaks, little rules to the games is kind of similar to, like, you know, and any sort of practice. For me, I do think that if you get into a performance mind state frequently, you know, or if you just kind of do what you do, it doesn't need to be the performance mindset, because that kind of puts your delivery on 10, right? You don't necessarily need your delivery on 10 at all times. But I think if you're just going, like, even going shooting around at the park, I feel like there's value to that, right? It's about developing at a higher level, at a faster level. It's about ingraining techniques so they become backhand. But I think there's a lot of ingraining of techniques if you're going about it with a seriousness, even if you're kind of just hopping on freestyling. If you're picking the correct things to hit the seriousness with, then it's like you gotta do it. You gotta get some of the details in there. But, you know, I don't know. I've never been one to truly fuck with practice. I'll tell you that. But I am into shooting around. I am into playing 21 at the park. I am into playing 3-on-3. I am into playing full court 5-on-5. I am into playing FIFA. I am into passing it around. I am into taking shots on goal. I am into memorizing songs that I fuck with. I am into rapping them. I am into freestyling them, right? I think there's just different things. I feel like you don't necessarily need to be into everything that quote unquote you need to be into to get to quote unquote where you could be going. I think it's about understanding exactly what you like and what you are motivated to do in your mind, and creating an environment in your life where you're able to do those things as much as possible. Right, and then that's where income and family and relationships come into play, and might dig at you, or maybe some of that is, and it's ideal to turn those other things that kind of get into that into those things that you want to spend your time doing as well, right? And that's why jobs really get in the way of that a lot of the time, and it's tough to turn the job, the 9 to 5, into what you want to be doing. And that's such a large portion of your time that if you're doing something that you don't like, then the other aspects of your day get affected because of the energy drain that it is. And I don't even know where I fucking got to this from, but it's about practice. And now I don't really like practice. I don't like running, but I'll play 2 hours of soccer, right? But I won't run a mile, right? Like, but it's about putting yourself into situations where you're doing the things that you want to do, that'll take you to the next level. Blowing trees, would you listen to my SoundCloud? Not right now, homie. I'll definitely be straight about that. You already said that. You already kind of got the hint, but I just read your comment. Mr. Funk Crew, Shure mics have been solid mics for some time. Yes, sir. Shure mics are for sure the insurance you need to be assured that you'll spit the dope words. I wish there was another Shure. Is there another Shure? Commissioner? No. Anyway, y'all let me know. I don't want to make you repeat the story, but where is a video I can watch explaining how you and Harry Mack and all the background. Q&A number one definitely probably has it in the first half. Those are the things I've been really bad at. I have a lot of Q&As that have dope answers and dope things that, like, again, I want to post and shit. Right now is just me a long view of me stockpiling hella content. You know, you might see some QA1 shit come out like 2 years from now. But yeah, that's something I've been bad at. But yeah, QA1 definitely has it. If you kind of maybe click around, you'll find the conversation. If you're very interested. Sorry, I don't have the timestamp for you. Let me take a breath real quick. Forgot to breathe. You know, sometimes you just forget to breathe. That happens a lot during the freestyles. Although during the freestyles, you kind of need to breathe. So I kind of use my breath as my rhythm sometimes, right? Or I'll put the breath in the flow. Shane P803, shouts out to the love coming through to me from the peeps in the screen. First off, big ups to you and the fam. Have you ever thought about hosting your own happy hour and getting to meet some of us, your fans? Yes, I have thought about that. It's not something I haven't done. It hasn't really been like a full happy hour thing. Yeah, man, I definitely want to do it. It's just like, I want to have it more, I want to do it to the point where it's more organized. You know, I fuck with everyone here, but sometimes, you know, I'm not at the point where there's a whole bunch of new people every day. So if I do like a once a week type happy hour thing, or maybe I'll just do it once a month or whatever, it's a lot of the same people that want to hop on, which is fine. I'm not even against that. It's just having a filter between me and the people hopping on would be amazing, just because you never know. If it's an open thing, you want everyone to be inclusive. Like, obviously I know you, obviously I know Mike, I know Booker Wills and VG Smalls, and these people are always here. But if it's like an open thing, then you never know who might slide in and just cause an issue when I'm just pulling them in randomly, right? So those are the things that go through in my mind. I also want to be able to do the freestyle moment, and I want to get to the point where, like, basically every time I freestyle, it's pretty fire. You know, like not necessarily the best I've ever done, although that's always the goal. I want to be able to freestyle, you know, the 3-word type shit as well if I'm bringing people on. And that's kind of something that the skill level, I feel like, is getting there, though. It's getting there. Yes, commissioner. I don't know what commissioner means. I mean, I know what it means, just not in this context. Shouts out to everyone chilling, man. God damn, again, we've had 30 people in here. Every time I've checked, basically 30 people. You guys are fucking amazing. Appreciate y'all tuning to the QA session. We got about 10 more minutes left. I'm definitely going to end on a freestyle. Or I could just end on a few freestyles. Y'all let me know. Let me see if there's any more questions. Don with a huge one. What's your philosophy on life? Damn, that's big. I mean, for me, philosophy of life. I've actually put a lot of thought into this, believe it or not. Shouts out to Michael Gervais, who has this podcast, Finding Mastery. He likes to break things down into, like, what do you think the meaning of life is? What's your purpose in life? And what do you do? What are you doing? How can you achieve that? I think those were the questions. But you basically get it down to, you know, a few things. Now get it down to one sentence. Now get it down to as little words as you possibly can, right? So for me, I actually came up with easier together, or life's easier together. And that's because, you know, the human connection, like everything can be easier together if both people are contributing, or both things are contributing. There's more energy towards one task, or one whatever, whether that be your life, whether that be a community, whether that be a business, whether that be whatever. It's easier together. And how I'm doing that is, you know, connecting people, building communities around the things that I am passionate about, to be able to, you know, help those people find together, I guess, is one way to put it. Find a place where there is more than one person. Because, you know, not everyone's going to have the same passion. That energy is not going to match. Like I said, it's easier together if the energy is directed efficiently. And I think that only happens if everyone's into or has a similar energy, has a similar interest, has a similar motivation, whatever it may be. For me, I just want to be able to bring people together based on the things that I am very into and passionate about. And that's been changing. It was basketball for a long ass time. Before I had this mindset, it was soccer, but I didn't have the mindset, so I wasn't bringing people together like I am right now. And right now it's freestyle. And I think Harry has a very similar way that he goes about things. And that's, I think, why we connected, fairly quickly on those sessions. And yeah, so that's kind of my philosophy on life. Shouts out, Don. All right, man, let's do it. Let's do a few freestyles. Let's do a few freestyles. I know my man Jason wanted me to do a roll call. All right, you know that I'm gonna never stop it. Yes, the beat's gonna pay homage to the dude Homage Beats, who just made all these beats for iKaanic. I say that I see Don in the room and he gonna see Con rhyming. Hey, how you doing? Yes, I'm going right above it. Every day I'm flying till they gon' be fucking loving it. Hold up, you know that I'm gonna make love in this. Every day I'm eating all the freestyle cheap bargain flow that I speak to your soul. Con cooking up more fast with the food that I spit out to you. Hold up, you know that I'm gonna rap so fat. Every day the rap's coming out so extravagant. Yes, you gon' see me switch this. It's the flow, homie. Yes, the letters look like stitches as I'm gonna thread a sentence right together inside of your heads. No edits needed. You know that the beat is gonna be head. Alright, let's get a whole beat though. Let's get a whole beat. Let's get a whole 2 beats in. You know we got more freestyles at 4 Eastern, maybe slightly after on Twitch. So go follow my Twitch for a whole freestyle session later today. This Q&A session, man, I'm telling you, the Q&As are my favorite. Alright, you know that we gonna have to fucking spit this. Con got all the rap flow characteristics. What we doing? Yes, I'm staring at your witness. How you gonna see the dude blare it like it's business? What we doing? You know that I'm gonna go flirt with the people. You know that they gonna be wearing short skirts, maybe nice blouse, colorful with the hair blonde. Yes, you gon' know that I see fine. All the people on the line, what's good, homie? You know that I'm chilling on the floor so free. Yes, you gon' know that I got words for you. Yes, I'm taking all the love talking in your mind, got the clockwork. What we doing? You know that I get flows every day. SJ2 coming through saying let's go, and I know that I'm gonna do these flows. You know that I tell you about the movies, bro. Yes, my favorites probably be the lessons that I learned from watching the movie Inception. In seconds, gonna be turned into hours. Get inside your moment, inside your mind, and then devour all the challenges, all of the thoughts that be in your mind. Deep insecurities that gonna be turning on your mind. I know that you need to go through all the childhood memories and find you. Who knew? Yes, I had to dream all the lyrics in my mind, and you know I had the breeze that be going through my mind. Got banks of the flows. Yes, I'm breaking up the mind. Shawshank with the flows. Hold up, what we doing? Yes, I get this whole on a beat. You know it. See the senseless war. I don't really know why that's going on. It's cause the survival instincts of humankind in the past couldn't get ahead of the way that they thought. They just needed all the materials that they gonna see on the road. Hold up, alright, let's move on. You know that I'm spitting you the lyrics oh so strong. Yes, I'm gonna come through with the words and hits. I'm going round your mind throughout circumference. You're gon' see Con, you know that I got the rhyme conference in my mind every day. Con inferring that he gonna be infernal with the lyrics that he burning off the top of my mind. You know that you gonna know him. Hold up, you know that I'm gon' flow. Oh no, you gonna want one more. Yes, you gon' know it be 8 a.m. I thunk that I should drink, so I'm gon' be drunk. You gon' know that I'm day drinking. Hey, thinking that I should probably have another one, homie. I don't know what's the occasion. Maybe it's a Tuesday. Yes, I'm gonna spit you all the true phrase. Let me tell you these flows. Every day I see yo mind. Hold up, you gon' know that I see flows right up in my mind. You know that I'm gonna spit zen. Every day I'm gonna spit it, no pen. Got a bic though. Yes, I'm gonna hit this bowl. Now I'm gonna spit you the vicious flow. What we doing? You know that I'm gonna stand free off the top of my my mind. Yes, I do it hands-free. Yes, I'm gonna show you that I get it in. Inside your mind, it's medicated, got the medicine. The rhymes is gonna be healing your soul. I'm gonna be stepping you the pure cures right up in your mind as I procure all the pro lyrics. All the pro curated.
We must pay homage to him.
Alright, this gon' be the last beat. Yes, I'm gonna tell you that I had to rap free. Let's do a roll call. Let me tell you that I thunk who I am is really good, cause I see Mr. Funk Groove in the line. You know that I'm sounding very scary, intense with the flow. Shout out Kerry Perez when he throws all the lighter flames right up in the text that he throw on the comment. See me, never small homie, shouts out to VG. I be Biggie with the flow, hold up, yes I'm gonna show you that I do what I need to confuse in my mind. Oh, go up to another flow though, hold up, you know that I heard you. Gonna send love out to Jason Smith, and you know the love is feeling universal. What we doing, you know that I see Khan. Every rhyme in my mind shouts out to Don. He be in my kingdom, the condom. You know that the fucker beat up every rhyme, Don. What we doing, I be a rhyme Don. It's Ramadan, how I fast the flow in your mind. And I'm eating, yes, the holiday. Gonna see that you feel like eat, and I'm gonna speak the things that you gon' need. Have the speed on the tracks. Yes, I'm gonna spoke it out the fire coming through the con raps. What we doing, carry no SMG coming through, it's 20. You know that I spit it. Scheme about the lifelong struggle about having to do this thing. Yes, you gon' know that you move. Hold up, you know that I'm gonna be feeling like a winner when I need to think about what I'm having for dinner. Sometimes it be like, alright, let's pull that down, and tomorrow we'll just eat it cause it'll be thought out. Sometimes it's like, damn, we have nothing, let's make some macaroni that's been sitting in the closet. Sometimes it's like, oh hey, what we doing? Don't say that we can't go get Chipotle cause I'm gon' crave that maybe every other day. What we gon' do? Yes, I'm gonna think about the things I need to do. Maybe cook, nah, maybe go order, nah. You gon' see me just forget to eat it all, and I'm gonna be putting in the work, freestyle, edit, post shit. Okay, oh my god, I heard my stomach growl, so I need to go get some grub. And then you know that I'm snacking. Yes, I'm gonna become the guy who just needs to focus on it little more. But you know that I'm gonna go and spit a flow about the way you need to think about yo diet. Yes, it's never diet with the fat flows. I'ma show you this, a riot with the fat flows. What we doing? Yes, I had to tell you all those thoughts in my mind. You know that I'm gonna get so free as I get 20 G's from SMG. Hold up. What we doing? You know that I've been the blessed flows, never disconnected, bro. Interconnected with the things that I'm gonna put in your sections, intersections with the roads of my drive. And you know that I'm getting to your mind, feel alive when the con rhyme each and every night. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't finish the roll call, but I had to get into this dinner. This dinner scheme, god damn. Shouts out to SMG, man. Shouts out to everyone who's been in this session, bro. I swear these Q&As, man, I'm highly considering switching these up to a weekly Q&A, but I feel like sometimes that if you keep a monthly cadence, the Q&As are so much doper because you do it only once a month. So those are things that I always think about. But I love these sessions, man. Definitely will continue to happen here and there. A lot more content on the way, including a freestyle stream today at around 4 to 4:15 Eastern. I have a meeting that may bleed over with the main man himself. So I'll be on Twitch in 2.5 to 3 hours. And yeah, more Omegle coming. I already got it's dropping Thursday. I'll tease it out early this time, man. I already got it edited, basically just a couple touches here and there. So yeah, more Omegle coming on Thursday. I have 2 to 3 episodes worth. It's dope. This past weekend, the consistency is leveling up for sure. So that'll be coming through. Next week, Mo Music Monday. I'm going to LA in like 2 weeks. So definitely thinking about some content for my own channel, maybe some vlog type vibes. We'll see what's going down, man. I'm just super pumped for everything going on. I'm super pumped that everyone's in the room right now with me. See y'all on Twitch later today. Link in the description. And yeah, go check out my freestyle. I got a lot more just freestyle clips coming too, man. I got a bunch of shit that I fuck with. I've taken this different approach where I'm posting shit that I want to go back and listen to. Like I obviously fuck with the community and the support and everything, but like my new criteria of whether or not I want to post it is, do I want to listen to it? Do I want to click on it and listen to it in my earbuds like while I'm hooping? And that criteria lately has allowed me to post a lot more and judge it a little bit different. So anyway, we're out. Catch y'all next time. Next Monday will be Mo Music Monday. I want to get a bunch of reactions in. Freestyles, obviously, today on Twitch, Wednesday on YouTube, tomorrow morning, my Twitch freestyle morning practice session. Come through to that if you want. And all that shit, man. Come through to the Discord for all that. Peace.